let's talk personal branding and content.
Let's do it.
One of the biggest shifts for me I found in business is content.
Yeah.
DMs, personal branding.
Yeah.
There was a really interesting stat I wanted to read, which was 79% of candidates are now investigating a company's culture on social media before they can think about applying.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably way more looking at people that they're interviewing with and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a trend I'm seeing. How does that, like, for you relate to recruiting?
I think I've got a saying that the Rolodex is dead and recruitment is a marketing job, which is quite a bold statement. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you're not serving out content online about your business, about your culture, about your leadership, you're not going to attract the best talent to your business. So I've got such a strong feeling of it. I built a whole business around it. Chapter 2, that is one of the main fundamentals of what we do is create content to attract candidates to work for our clients, and it works really, really well. That stat, 79%. 5 years ago, that was 72%. I went out with the same stat. 79% of these candidates will loiter not only around your company's profile, but also your hiring manager's profile. Yeah. And this is why I think it's so important that personal brands or employer brands and personal brands connect together. Because when a candidate applies for a job, they're going to look at the career site. But let's be honest, the career site is going to be vanilla most of the time. They're going to look at the LinkedIn profile, the person they are being interviewed with. That's got to be the first impression. And we encourage all leadership teams that we work with to do a real review of their LinkedIn profile, the content they engage with, the content that they post, because that's a window into that company's culture and world. Yeah. And you've got to be inspiring.
100%. If you jump, it's interesting because if you go on LinkedIn and you jump on a company LinkedIn profile and then the CEO's profile, like Gary Vee, good example, right?
Yeah, classic.
Go on Gary Vee's profile. He has way more followers on his personal profile than he does on his company profile. And I said it's genuinely true. And also, the old adage of like people want to work with good people, right? You want to work with people you like, you trust. People leave people, not companies. All of that stuff. And that mirrors it, I think, on social as well. Like people want to see like who you are, what you're doing, are you contributing, stuff that's super powerful. Yeah,
it's really powerful.
Yeah,
I think. I've seen it personally with Stephen Bartlett, right? He puts a post out saying he's hiring 52,000.
But his company LinkedIn profile has probably way less followers.
So much less, yeah.
Because it's like him.
Yeah, exactly.
The point is like you want to work with him.
Yeah.
You see him contributing, you see him having conversations and so forth.
And his team as well. You look at his team, all of his team have probably got more followers than the Flight Story brand has got. I guarantee you Flight Story's still got a lot of followers, but it pales into insignificance when you look at the individual's profiles, because when you look at the individual's profiles of a business, you get to see different angles. So you'll look at let's take Stephen as an example. You'll look at Stephen's profile and you'll see one angle, a leadership angle, a visionary angle, a strategic angle. But then you might see one of their employees talking about building an AI agent for marketing services, and you'll see a bit more boots on the ground, roots of the business, and candidates will be interested in seeing that because they know that's going to be the day-to-day of what they're going to be working in, who they're going to be working with. And if you can put that and put your team's culture out there, your teams put their personal brands and profiles to amplify the culture, people are going to get a more authentic view of what it's like to work at your business.
It's hard though because so many companies have been so manicured, haven't they, with it? They've been protective of their brand and all of that stuff, and it's been quite hard, I think, for a lot to let go. But if you jump on like an Instagram, whatever, LinkedIn, and you type a brand in, a big brand like, I don't know, Chanel, Ferrari, whatever, there's millions and millions of posts from people that don't work there. That is affecting their brand in one way or another. So I think almost that is like, it's kind of gone now. It's like, I think, to your point, you have to empower, encourage, whatever the right word is for your leadership team, hiring managers.
We do. We actually have a program. So part of our business is building in-house talent teams, and the other part is purely dedicated to creating content for clients to attract talent.
Right.
And we have a training syllabus that goes into companies and trains them on rocking their profile. And I've hired people from LinkedIn who understand the algorithms, understand how to do it, understand what formats resonate, and train our clients on it.
Problem is actually doing it.
Yeah, not all.
Like, the actual...
So getting them to do it or actually executing it?
Executing.
But you know what? Executing it is so simple
people
now with iPhones.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can just
User-generated content.
take a little selfie, do a video. It doesn't have to be manicured. It doesn't have to be in the studio.
No, exactly. In fact, it's more authentic if it's not.
Way more authentic.
You know?
Yeah. But there's still this thing of like, most people, I'd say most, but they just don't like to put themselves out there. They keep working like personal life private. It's fine, obviously not talking about just you haven't got to post all of your kids' photos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But just, I don't know what it is, this thing of like sharing your point of view. People are so guarded a little bit about their point of view, but when you do it, it's so powerful. If I check you out on LinkedIn and you check me out, we're sharing our views.
Yep.
You know what I think about certain topics.
Yep.
And that's me.
Yep.
And you like it or you don't. But a lot of people are just not comfortable with that.
And there are two reasons, or a few reasons generally for that. So some people are not as outgoing. I'm definitely outgoing and put everything out there. Other people don't see it as a real benefit and need educating.
Yeah.
Some are just too shy. And I think you can't force it with these things.
Yeah.
So the number of businesses that we've gone into and we've built in-house talent teams for, where we can sense the room very quickly, the ones that are the adopters and the ones that are not going to adopt this and not going to do it. Our rule is we don't force it, because if you force it, it'll be crap anyway.
Yeah.
So as much as you can lead a horse to water, as the saying goes, you can't make a drink.
Yeah. The interesting thing though is that it's just good for your own career.
It is.
So, we've talked about obviously the company and attracting talent and hiring and stuff. But if you do it as an individual, it's like long-term investing for me.
Yep, I agreed.
You apply for a new job, people are seeing you, get found more, you contribute to the conversation, all of those kinds of things.
One of the things I think that's a very good point, because when you look at it from the candidate's perspective, I've had a number of candidates contact me saying that they want to apply for a certain job that we're advertising with our business or within one of our clients' businesses. And the first piece of advice I give them is to start engaging with that business's content or the leadership team. Yeah. Because when they look at your profile, they're going to say, oh, look, they're engaging with us. They've been following us. They understand us. And that will be what I call a bit of a nudge theory to nudging them into that talent funnel.
And also most people, they're not getting loads of likes and comments on their content, right?
No.
So if someone's interviewing with you and they're liking and commenting your content, suddenly they pop an interview and you'll be like, oh
exactly.
God, this person's, you just feel...
Yeah.
It's a really good way to do it.
It is, yeah.
It's a good hack. If you're a founder, let's say, you're ready to hire.
Yes.
But you don't do all this content stuff. Like, what if, how would you even get going?
If you're a founder of a business and you don't do this content,
are you giving
me a scenario where you don't want to do it, or you don't?
So you've founded a business.
Yep.
You've raised some cash.
Yep.
You've I need to hire some folks.
Yeah.
Right. And then they've listened to this.
Yeah.
They start needing to do some content. They don't want to pay money for a recruiter. They want to advertise. Yep. How would they go about starting to generate content? I think building the brand. It looks like quite a daunting thing, right?
It is a daunting thing, but it's getting much, much easier with things like generative AI and the AI platform. So, previously, go back 5-10 years, you'd have to engage an agency. An agency would then come up with a creative idea. You'd execute that idea, whether it be going on some podcasts or being on panel events or pushing out content that they'll create for you, and that costs money.
Yeah.
These days, you don't need to do that. You just can literally, with your phone, can start. I started doing that. So when I started Chapter 2, it was 2 weeks before COVID, and nobody was interested in buying any recruitment services. So all I did was I started pushing out content on LinkedIn. And if you go back deep enough, 5 years, it's horrific. And it will be crap. It will be really, really bad. Yeah. So, I mean, there's my first one. I'm not even looking at the camera. I've got this camera here thinking this is a really creative way of doing it. And I've got this camera here and I'm talking to somebody who's on the screen there. And you can't really hear them. And it's just awful. But just accept that the first 3 months of your content will be awful. But just keep going. There's an agency called Go Agency, and I met one of the founders there when I first.
Marketing.
Yeah, marketing agency. Yeah, and I kind of I was lobbying all my contacts and network when I first set up Chapter 2, and this is the exact advice that the guy gave me. He said, just start pushing content out. Stephen says the same thing, right? So Stephen Bartlett, he says, it's not about trying to create the best video or the best film or the best post. It's about getting to the 1,000th post.
Yeah.
Aim to get to the 1,000th. I can't get that.
1,000th post.
1,000th post, and then by that point it'll be polished and good.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Get through that hockey stick and learning.
Yeah. It's also, to your point, just so cheap.
Yes.
Or even like nothing. I remember when I started my company, 2010.
Yeah.
I think I took an ad out in the paper. If you want the best search firm on the planet, call me.
Yeah.
800 50 50 50. And it was like 10 grand or something.
Oh my God.
Right. It's crazy. And who knows how many people saw that.
Yeah.
Now I can do a little video.
Yep.
Well, forget the video. Let's say you don't want to be behind the camera. You can write some text.
Yep.
You can do a poll, picture, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the reach it gets is incredible.
Yep.
And I started, like you said, all my mates were laughing at me until I got my first piece of work through content. Someone called, they needed a search, they saw a video, and then it just starts, encourage.
It's just about being consistently within the visual ecosystem of someone's LinkedIn feed. And the thumb is scrolling relentless. So I heard of a stat that's, the average person scrolls the height of Big Ben every day on Facebook, something like that. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a good stat.
We won't let the truth get away from us.
Exactly. So you got to stop the thumb. And one of the biggest things I learned, and I learned this from Stephen's team, which was you've got to talk to Dave the taxi driver. Literally, because if you create content that is really specifically for your niche and it's for a specific vertical, for a specific type of person, you're never going to create content that hits the bullseye every time. But if you talk to Dave, i.e., or your mother-in-law can understand it, layman's terms, really clear content, really engaging. The amount of Dave the taxi drivers out there are multiple who will then see it and stop, look, and then you're guaranteed almost to capture the finite percentage of people you want to capture.
Yeah.
No.
Love that. So basically advice is just start. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It'll be terrible, but accept it.
What about CEOs in larger firms? For their if they're not really doing personal branding, you've heard like loads of excuses. I'm so busy. I'm running a big company.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. Do you think it's like a part of a CEO's job now in terms of attracting talent and even sales, because obviously content encapsulates all of it, just to dedicate time to do content?
Yeah, I think it can really help. It depends on the industry you're in. So, if you're in a highly regulated finance world, maybe it won't have as much impact, or a law firm maybe, because the media channels that those audiences look at might not be as relevant. But for the masses, definitely. I think the ex-CEO of PepsiCo is pretty much a celebrity now because of all the content that he'd pushed out. And now he's gone to Kraft Heinz, I think. But I believe that the best employer brands are the ones that allow their employees, no matter how senior or junior, to tell stories about their life at that business. And, generally people are going to put good content on there. And if it's not so good, well, you've probably got something to fix that's beyond that post, right?
Yeah. It's true, because like, a few years ago, companies wouldn't let you.
No.
Well, there was always a disclaimer on like Twitter.
Yeah.
It was like, the views are my own and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's started to change a lot now. And I think, there's so much value, because there is, until we won't have any humans and it's all AI run companies. But anyway, although Mark Zuckerberg is still paying $100 million sign-on bonuses for people from OpenAI.
Not bad, is it?
Which is crazy. So there's a war for really good people out there. There's a war for talent. And I think, if you're sharing content, being authentic, sharing your view, people are much more likely to want to come work with you.
Yeah, I agree. I think part of the reason why if you're a founder building a business and you go into your first meeting with a client, if you are pushing out regular content that the clients and your audience are engaging with, the first meeting isn't always that cold, because they kind of know you via the content you're pushing out.
Yeah. They've seen a video.
Yeah.
It starts a conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I get mocked for it. I mean, literally, I have the CEO of one of our clients going, every time I open LinkedIn, you're there. I'm like,
you're winning.
Good.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Same. I was like, saw a mate the other day, and I was like, I keep seeing your face. And like, amazing. But you're like a magnet for talent.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's like someone's looking for, to work for a firm like yours, and they see you all the time. You're like, oh my God, I want to work for him.
Yeah. The way to look at it is there are 1 billion profiles on LinkedIn globally. So that's the addressable market. How are you going to capture the audience within those? Did I say 1 million or 1 billion?
1 billion.
Yeah, they're 1 billion. Yeah, 1 billion profiles,
It's crazy. And only growing.
Yeah.
And only growing. Do you, you mentioned AI and like generating content with AI and stuff.
Yes.
Any do's and don'ts for that? Because just to give context while you're contemplating, I see there's a lot of telltale signs of people using AI to write content.
Yeah.
And it's almost the opposite, because we've been talking about authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
And so you read like a LinkedIn post, and it's like often quite obvious, like someone who usually writes 2 lines has suddenly written like an essay on it and stuff. So are there any do's and don'ts?
I'll give you a personal example, personal experience. So before AI and ChatGPT came into our worlds, I used to write my own content, and I had someone that wrote the content, and
so you wrote it
myself,
yeah.
And I filmed it and selfied and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I started to realise that it was the team doing it were doing it through ChatGPT, and I started getting feedback from people going.
But did you like?
I kind of went along with it, if I'm honest. I was learning. I don't mind failing, right? I think failing's fine. So I thought, let's go with it. Let's see what happens. So I did 3 months of it, and I just started to lose the engagement. And I had feedback from my own team going, we know you didn't write that. That's not you. That didn't sound like you. Because I do like stupid things like spelling mistakes, and I also put emojis on everything.
Yeah, love it.
This, that, and the other, rockets and faces and whatever. So that all stopped, and I started to get feedback, most importantly, but I started to get lack of engagement.
Interesting.
So I changed it. I said, right, I'm going to go back to doing it myself. And I was selfieing, and then all of a sudden, everything picked back up. So I think the don'ts are, don't be lazy with it. ChatGPT is not going to solve all your problems. I think the way to look at it is you've got to look at it like a tool, right? How can you use this as a tool? I'll give you an example of a business that we work with that did this really well. So you'll be familiar with RecFest. Yeah. It was RecFest last week, right? Yeah. Great.
For those that don't know, a recruiting conference for TA people,
exactly,
professionals and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. It's a great festival where, I think talent leaders get together and people like us, sell our wares, basically.
Yeah.
And there's some great keynote speeches and all that sort of stuff. MetaView, a company that we work with, latched onto the Yeti type AI, generative AIs that have been going around on Instagram, absolutely crazy.
Love those.
And they did a Yeti or a Bigfoot going into the tent, checking out MetaView. And I thought, that is using generative AI really creative. Because I just looked at it I watched it 3 times. I thought that was really cool, So I was like, so the do's and don'ts for me are like, don't get lazy with it. It's not going to solve all your problems. Look at it as a tool of how it can make what you're currently doing better, not easier.
Yeah.
That's the fundamental thing. ChatGPT and generative AI can make you better, can upgrade you. If you're using it to make your life easier, there'll be a downgrade.
Yeah. Those Yeti things, by the way,
just good.
Amazing. Yeah. There's a podcast between the polar bear and the ape. Have you seen that?
I think I've seen that one.
They're like talking about how bad the zookeepers have treated them and stuff like that. It's like, it's fine, man, don't worry. And they've got a Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
So they're talking about it's funny.
I know, it's great.
It's funny. But you've got to so use it as an aid, make it into your own words.
Yeah.
Edit it. If it's text.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got the video generation. You've got video generate. I mean, there's so many things you can do. Yeah,
there are. Yeah. AI agents using avatars. And the exciting part is we're only just getting started with this stuff.
Yeah.
So
what are you most excited about with AI? Is there anything like in your business or?
We're adopting it now. So we're creating AI agents that create job descriptions, that do sourcing and screening.
Right.
I want to enable our talent partners to do high value work. So I don't really want our talent partners writing job descriptions. I don't want our talent partners writing interview notes. I don't want our talent partners sifting through thousands of CVs and applications. I think AI can do all of that. So where we are, I think, on the AI journey is that AI is taking over actively now all of the highly repetitive activity within talent acquisition.
Yeah.
And it's doing a good job of that. and we're going to see how far this can stretch into engaging with humans directly. That's
by way of video interviewing.
Yeah. That's where I think the authenticity starts to lack for me, and I think you need to bring the humans in so far, because I don't think the video quality and sound quality, the sound quality is really good, but I don't think the video quality is quite high enough yet to be able to feel like I'm talking to a human.
Do you feel like it should be like you're talking to a human?
I think...
Because you tell the candidate, right?
Yeah, you do tell the candidate, but I think if you're going to pretend to be a human by creating an avatar, it's got to feel like one. Otherwise, you just may as well put a robot in there.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a friend call me the other day, and they interviewed a candidate, loved them. So they emailed the candidate. This is a hiring manager. They did it direct, whatever. Emailed the candidate saying, great interview, really liked you. I'd like to invite you back for a second interview. And the candidate emailed back saying, just to let you know, that was my AI avatar plugged into ChatGPT.
Wow.
He had no idea.
In front of him as a person?
Video. Well, like
it's
on
video.
Video, on like a Teams.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant and scary at the same time.
Very. Because he was like, he felt lied to. He's like,
well, yeah, totally, because he's not interviewing that person, is he? So while I say that's brilliant, I'm admiring the tech. Yeah. Actually, that's really scary from a candidate perspective.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And there's this, I forget the name of it, but there's an app. I think it's only on Mac or whatever. But it videos you for 20 minutes, and it comes back with your AI avatar, which you can then on a Teams or Google Meet select it instead of your camera.
Wow.
And then it just lip syncs.
Oh my God, that's good.
That kind of stuff is...
I need to do more experimenting with this stuff.
There's some amazing...
Yeah. We're focusing predominantly on the stuff I think that is going to increase the productivity of our talent partners. But I think when you get the really creative stuff, I love it. I love seeing it and hear about it.
The stuff that you're doing is great. One thing that candidates are most worried about, I think, is the sourcing thing.
Yeah.
Is like... And I don't know, people get a bit weird about this, but... AI are, bias, or how can they find me? It feels like to people it's quite daunting, right? You're looking for a new job and you hear about all of this and wonderful tools, right? Like, what do you...
Well, there was a big lawsuit with a extremely large technology firm very recently on that very same point, which said that the technology discriminated or was not building diverse pools or something like that, or bias, yeah. So I think AI is something that, in my limited and learning experience, is something that learns from whatever goes into it. So whatever goes into it generally comes out of it. So if you put in one tone, there's going to be one or a few other tones that come out. But if you put many, many different types of information into it, then it will then calculate and put it all together more creatively. I think it's the standard analogy of good in, good out.
Yeah. It's hard though. Like if you're looking for a job, I had someone the other day, and they were like, they're a CFO, haven't looked for a job for a long time, and they hear all of this stuff online about AI selection, and this is quite a difficult space to be in. And then next to that, as much as we're talking about AI and using it a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They've got no idea where to start, what to do, how to do it. So there's still a lot of people maybe that are like in denial, or you're in the field and the combine harvester's coming down the track.
Yeah, those people probably still use printers as well.
But there's a lot of people like that.
I know.
There's so many people like that.
I know. Yeah,
it's like, send me a fax.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Fax, oh my God, yeah.
Are there a couple of, like, what tools do you use the most? And like, if someone's thinking like, oh my God, like, actually, AI might be a thing.
What tools do we use for talent acquisition?
Using ChatGPT.
So we used two AI tools. We used ChatGPT 4, and I love Perplexity.
Yeah, I love Perplexity.
Perplexity is brilliant. So I get addicted to social media, right? And I have this thing where I have to take social media off my phone and put it on my tablet, because I just I can sit and watch it
regularly
for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So now, instead of having my evenings looking at Instagram or killing time looking at Instagram, I use Perplexity. So I've got Perplexity on my phone and my laptop,
right?
And I'll just ask it questions. I'll say, "Here's a document. Can you tell me what you think?" we are pitching to this client next week. Can you give me 3 interesting things about this client that might help from a talent acquisition perspective? Could you tell me about this client's attrition? Could you tell me about this client's personal brand? What are your observations? Honestly, it's just like having someone next to you the whole time.
It's amazing.
So that's why I love it.
I'll show you. That's what I did. I used my Perplexity to prepare for this.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's amazing, Perplexity.
Yeah, it's really cool.
They've done such a fabulous job.
Yeah. And it's at a good price point at the moment where we use it across the business.
Like 20 quid.
Yes. You get different levels. I think ours is 300, but I don't know what level you guys have got. But we've got like 100 profiles in the business, and I encourage all my team to use it extensively. Yeah. So they're the 2 ChatGPT products that we use, and then one of the things that we do for talent acquisition is we partner with best-in-class technology. So the 3 products that we use a lot are PeopleGPT.
Okay. What's that?
MetaView. PeopleGPT. Yeah. Oh my God, you're testing me now.
No, it's interesting.
PeopleGPT is a search capability that you put in a brief of what you're looking for, and it extends. It doesn't. I'm going to do it disservice. It doesn't just extend the Boolean search, but it extends the search into deep. Deeper than LinkedIn to pull out profiles of people that have done something similar to that profile.
Amazing.
I think I might have just done them a disservice.
No, I'm sure that's about right.
We use MetaView. MetaView is for all of our notes taking for all of our interviews, and Horsefly is amazing for data and analytics. Really weird name. I always say that, but it's a great product for strategy. So if you want to understand what the population, what the talent density, what the competitiveness is for a specific job role or type, you can put it into Horsefly and you can pull it out. So we, all of our talent partners go into our clients with this technology.
Nice.
And we just are able to do a better job.
And then and they can work on more jobs, more requisitions, spend more time speaking with humans.
Because they're more productive.
Yeah.
People, process, technology.
Yeah. Love that. Perplexity, just back on Perplexity, I think it's wonderful. If you're an individual, I think it's like the pros are like 20 or 30 quid a month.
Right.
What's cool though, if you have Revolut, Revolut do like a...
Revolut is in the bank people. Okay.
Yeah, so if you have...
I have Revolut, yeah.
Have you got Revolut?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you pay for Revolut, but if you pay for Revolut, they offer Perplexity for free through it.
Do they?
Yeah.
I need to know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So all my mates on it now. Perplexity is amazing. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Perplexity. Because I heard like Samsung want to load it on their phones. Apple want to maybe buy them.
Well, one of our employees, my managing director for Germany, brought it into our business. And I was,
skeptical?
No, I wouldn't say skeptical, but I felt like a dinosaur because he's like, you can use it for this, you can use it for that. And I saw him using it. I'm like kind of trying to figure out how to use it. And once you get your rhythm with it, it's absolutely brilliant. You build out these subfolders to do search. So I've got...
You can collaborate and stuff.
Exactly. So I've got one on our technology product, the book. I've got a specific search that does competitor analysis, pricing, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I love it. I haven't seen a better product yet.
I think I also like it because you can choose the model. So you can choose ChatGPT, you can choose Grok 4, you can choose Anthropic, whichever one you want. You're getting a bit more technical, but it's still like amazing to do.
Yeah.
And also for job seekers as well. It's so wonderful. You can like, I love the voice to text stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can ask you like, I'm meeting Leo, chapter 2, give me like a full rundown. What questions are you going to ask me? What questions should I ask him?
Yep.
You can go in like so prepared.
You can. I think anyone who doesn't use that to prep for an interview is almost foolish, Yeah. Because it's the easiest way to do research. You can literally just have tailored research to you.
Yeah.
And like you say, it doesn't cost a lot.
No, it costs hardly anything.
You get free with Revolut.
Yeah. What are you most excited about, like AI wise, like going forward? Why do you think about that? I was in Dubai on Monday speaking to a couple of clients and stuff, and they were both like, Neurolink.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk's Neuralink. I think he's done 2 trials in humans. One was a quadriplegic.
Wow.
They can walk and play games. The other one was blind and they can see. But these 2 guys who are like running AI firms, these 2, one had just sold one. They were like, we'd give all our net worth to have a Neuralink in our brain right now.
Really?
And I was like, so I'm not sure where I sit on it. Because on the one hand, you plug into AI and you can just They were like, we'll make all our money back.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
The other hand, you're like, well, there's a lot of like what ifs
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. I mean, it plugs right in, right?
Just like
Yeah.
straight.
So like people don't eat certain like carcinogenic foods because they're going to get cancer. Like what you think
You're getting that implanted.
Yeah, exactly.
It will be like telepathy. It'd just be like, and then you just imagine.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would do that. I love seeing it and hearing about it. And I'm not sure I would do that. Would you?
I think at some point.
Someone offered it to you for free.
Right now.
Yeah.
TBC.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either. I think I wouldn't be the first mover.
Definitely not. It'd be like something from I Am Legend, wouldn't it? All these zombies coming out from it.
Like iRobot or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can imagine that is coming. And
yeah. Because
if you don't use it, and I'm using it,
yeah,
the advantage I'm going to have on the positive side.
Yeah, but even now, you know, if you pitch, so we use Perplexity extensively, giving away some trade secrets here, but we use this for researching all our clients, researching all our client pitches. You put us up against anybody else who doesn't use Perplexity, we'll win.
100%.
Because we've done our research and we've probably done it in half the time.
Yeah.
You know.
There's also, I don't know if you ever used, a lot of them have deep research.
Yes, I use it all the time, yeah.
So it's Perplexity research, ChatGPT, Gemini, we use a lot of Gemini and stuff. And it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because clients used to pay us a lot of money for that kind of data and insights.
Yep.
And now I'm like, it's just, for free.
Yeah.
Included, and it's like, and still a lot of people don't use it, and the output is so incredible.
I feel slightly concerned for platforms and businesses in our industry that operate by scraping information from the internet, because their USP was that they can tap into multiple data points and scrape information and then present it in a certain way. But now you can do that on yourself.
Are you saying like from a sourcing kind of perspective, finding candidates?
Yeah, but also like doing some analytics as well.
And like market
research.
maps.
Market mapping. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you have the, I don't know, maybe I'll step into your world for a second.
There
You have the executive search firms, the larger ones that would charge £20,000 for a piece of research on a certain role. Yeah, and more. You can do that with Perplexity.
Yeah.
You know.
And we do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but it's interesting because it kind of actually that ties in our early conversation about branding and storytelling for me. Because actually, what to your point is where's the value now?
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, actually, the value is in our ability to tell stories, to get people engaged through our conversations, through content, all of these kinds of things. The personal branding stuff also helps attract talent.
Yep.
So when someone engages like with us and we're looking for a senior leader, the value isn't in like the the names, or anyone can find all the names of the relevant people like super quick. It's actually our ability to engage with them.
Yeah.
Them wanting to speak with us.
Yeah.
And then our skill in getting them in a process and all these people for us are happily employed and whatever.
Yeah.
That's the real value.
Absolutely.
Now.
So, you want to spend more time talking to people, articulating, what it is you're taking to market rather than, spending all your time doing a deep piece of research.
Yeah.
And putting a load of graphs on a sheet.
Yeah.
So,
but you can still do that in like
you can still do that much quicker.
In like 2 minutes.
You don't have to pay 20, 30 grand.
Yeah.
So.
We did a wonderful pitch. Like Mira and I did this wonderful pitch yesterday. Anyway, so part of it was like, it's quite interesting. So we spoke to a client and they were like, how much is the role paying, right? So they were like, well, we're not really sure. Like, can you tell us? I was like, yeah, of course, no problem. But basically what they were asking me was like, can you do like some deep salary benchmarking and this and that? And it takes quite a while. Yeah. And you get a lot of large firms, you pay quite a bit of money for that. Mm-hmm. It took me 5 minutes. Yeah. I went on Perplexity. Gemini I did Gemini and Perplexity. Gemini then can create an interactive web page. It codes for you.
Nice.
So we have a really nice website. Anyway, so I wanted to do a private website with all of our salary benchmarking and all this kind of stuff. And I think they call it vibe coding.
Yeah, vibe coding is exactly what we call it.
Well, I can like just in natural language, my own like bad English, tell him what I want. It does the code. I whacked it in. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think vibe coding is highly disruptive for the basic web requirements, digital requirements, content requirements for basic stuff. I wouldn't trust vibe coding for cybersecurity or putting any data into it or anything like that.
That's out of my league.
I think it's really good if you just want to like create a really great dashboard and put data into it.
Yeah, it's incredible. But if you're an engineer and you're using it as a co-pilot or whatever you call it, I mean, again, the output that they can generate now.
Yeah. It's only just getting started.
Oh,
That we started. To be fair, AI has been in our world for a lot longer than people think. It's been a couple of years now, but I just see the pace increasing faster and faster and faster. And there are so many businesses that have come out. There have been one of the things I'd say I'm slightly concerned about are the amount of people who are dining out on AI terminology, but really it's a form with the ChatGPT wrapper.
like companies that are trying to market themselves.
Yeah, or products or technology platforms. Because there are so many platforms out there now that have just spun up out of nowhere. Like literally, like we are the latest AI this. But there's no way they built that. It was vibe coded and or it was a ChatGPT wrapper from an existing product. And it looks and feels very much like, Perplexity, but it's not, So there's sifting out the good from the bad is the art of making sure that you're working with the right technology stack.
Yeah.
Which is what we spend a lot of time doing.
Yeah. And there's so many incredible ones. Interesting also thing is that there's less, I think, like brand loyalty with this now. So like Perplexity is great.
Yep.
Gemini is great. ChatGPT is great. Anthropic's great. But I think what you find is a lot of people I speak to, they're using kind of all of them a little bit.
Yeah.
You're using a few.
Yeah.
If Perplexity doesn't quite do the job for you, you'll happily move.
Yeah, totally.
Like it doesn't cost a huge amount. A lot of them are monthly.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole ecosystem is evolving at an incredible pace.
Yeah. I don't know how they, this is just an open question. I don't know how they're going to really monetize it, because, the value's in the data, right? And the data they have, which I don't know if they can sell it or not. Then the other obvious option is to use advertising on the sites, which would be the next Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to continue to have that level of investment by selling £20 license fees. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how are they going to hockey stick the investment curve in these products? At the moment, they probably raised money, they built something, they're selling it for £20. How are they going to?
Yeah.
How are they going to do what Facebook did to advertising?
Yeah, and also it might depend on what kind of company they are and how big they are.
Yeah.
So like Google's really interesting because I think Google. I love Google. Their search revenue's going down.
Yep.
Because more people are like ChatGPTing.
Yep, of course, yeah.
Even me, I go to Perplexity. They've just started. I don't think it's in the UK yet. An AI browser, well, an AI part of their Google search browser. So I haven't actually tried it yet. But maybe even their ad revenues can be so much more specific.
Yeah.
They'll know you even better.
Yep.
Maybe that would be the case.
Based on the stuff you've been putting in.
Based on the stuff you've been putting
in. Gemini, right?
Gemini,
yeah. So it's Google's Gemini. So
yeah.
Based on the stuff you've been putting in Gemini, they might start serving you up some content.
Yeah,
You've been researching this, so how about try it?
Yeah. And it'll be so specific, but oh my God, you know me better than I know myself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But also Gemini, like they develop models for like healthcare and other big industries. So like the business sales stuff is interesting. I don't know, Amazon are going to be a big buyer of these things, I think, as well. But then you get to robotics. So like Tesla, for example, I think Tesla's going to be a big winner. I think once you get past Elon Musk and politics kind of stuff. He's got Tesla. His cars are driving around getting data. He's got the robots. He's got driverless cars. The robots are coming out. He's got XAI, which is also incredible. They just released this new model. If he puts those together and pulls resources and pulls talent.
Amazing, right?
I mean, I can't even imagine some of the use cases going. I mean, it's...
How do you think LinkedIn have adapted to this world of AI based on the fact that, Microsoft owns them? OpenAI is a big investor into... Microsoft invested into OpenAI. They own LinkedIn. The reason why I ask is because personally, I haven't seen a big shift in... yes, would you like AI to rewrite this post for you? But I've not seen the biggest shift in adoption yet from LinkedIn.
Yeah, I think LinkedIn, the thing that annoys me about LinkedIn, I don't want to completely bag them, but they have a LinkedIn recruiter product, right? Which is pretty expensive,
Yep.
varies depending on where you are in the world. And it's supposed to source the whole of LinkedIn, right? And then you have like normal LinkedIn and you have Sales Navigator, whatever. But if you do it, my team were doing this, if you do a search and you use LinkedIn Recruiter, which now like, you know, their first screen is like their AI thing, right? You put in what you're looking for. I think they have a new product coming up where you put the job description and the interview notes and stuff. But actually normal LinkedIn is often better at finding people than LinkedIn Recruiter.
That's interesting.
It's a bit of a debate. Anyway, so there's that, which annoys me.
Okay.
So why pay the money? But but owning a search firm or a recruiting firm, you almost have to.
Yeah.
Like your people that join you. I mean, sure you pay a lot of money to LinkedIn. You have to.
Yeah.
Imagine if you took it away.
Yeah.
All these like lazy recruiters, not saying only lazy recruiters, but you know they rely on it, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But saying that, People GPT is competing with LinkedIn Recruiter a bit. So there are other products.
There's others.
Yeah.
But they're not. But the problem is that they probably look through LinkedIn too.
Yeah, of course they do.
Now, if LinkedIn cut off that...
Yeah, totally. They cut that API and they're dead.
You're done.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, LinkedIn will and have, and I don't foresee within my career lifetime anybody taking that away from them. They monopolise the whole market.
Yeah. For sure on that. So that apart from that gripe, I think LinkedIn as a social media platform is wonderful.
For business, it's brilliant.
For business is amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's free to distribute your content.
Yep.
So what we've talked about, generate content, write, video, picture, whatever, it's free to post.
Exactly.
You don't have to pay LinkedIn any money.
Yep.
You don't need a premium. You need just post it and you're good. I also think the conversations on LinkedIn generally are like good. They're not too like aggressive, emotive. You know, like on other platforms, people hide behind some handle.
Yeah.
And it's just like a cesspit of what's bad with humanity.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, generally, people are respectful because it's about their careers.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
And I quite like the respectfulness of the
I agree.
content.
Yeah, I do. It's people put a little bit more of a filter on it.
Yeah, because it's like you.
Yeah.
And like, whereas you can hide behind, I just want to be an arsehole because I just want to be an arsehole.
Yeah.
And you can on X or something, and no one will know you.
No.
And it won't affect your career. But the minute you start misbehaving on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, who's this guy?
Totally. Yeah.
You know, so generally I like it for that.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like people are respectful. So I think right now they're in a great spot. I don't know how AI affects it. Maybe, I mean, their algorithm is probably highly influenced by AI. You know, it's gone from like how many people follow you or your connections to interest.
Yeah.
I think that's still the case.
Yep.
That's the case on LinkedIn and all the other platforms. So that's quite cool. You used to have to build up like millions of followers.
Yes.
Whereas you can post on LinkedIn and definitely on TikTok and you can just pop, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, totally.
So even more encouragement to do content.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think they'll get, and they're owned by Microsoft, so I can imagine that they're not going to let that go.
Oh no, totally. I've just seen everything else move so fast, and while I've seen some good improvements and good builds, I haven't seen it really.
Or innovate, like nothing's changed a huge amount.
Yeah, it's not changed our world yet, and that's why we're using other products, because these products are changing our world.
Better at
Life is
yeah. I mean, we use do most of the things you do. We transcribe our calls, but we have Google Workspace. So Gemini, it gives us great transcripts, summaries. We don't do as much volume as you. So, I mean, we use LinkedIn Recruiter and things like that.
Yeah.
But we're still, you know, but we're and I don't. What I really don't like is LinkedIn InMails.
No.
And mass emailing.
It doesn't work.
But we don't have to contact it. It's just, you can tell. And then AI is writing it as well. And then the bloody drip campaigns.
But that is, so
if you get them wrong.
I mean, yeah.
You get a drip campaign right, which to those that might not know, you know, you can send out an automated email or LinkedIn message or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if someone doesn't respond a couple of days, it sends a little pop-up.
Yeah.
But it's so obvious.
Don't you hate that message that says, just nudging this up your inbox? Oh my God, that does me.
It's a nightmare.
Unconnect.
So
disconnect.
The thing with LinkedIn is my LinkedIn inbox is all sales messages.
Yeah.
Like all of it.
I find it really hard because I get a lot of inbound messages and they're either people wanting to work for us or with our clients. So I try not to miss anything.
So do you go through it yourself?
Yeah. That's what I do, sitting in bed.
It's hard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Must be a little tool to do that for you now.
Should be. I haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
But that would be good. Let me know if you find one.
No, I'll find one. I'm actually using I use one for my email.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Jace AI.
Okay. Jace AI.
Yeah, Jace, it's quite good. I'm sure like Google and the others but it prioritizes your emails. Ones that need reply, ones that's just for information, ones that's just a sales email.
Yeah, Copilot probably does something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like very similar.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Good chat.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
I think we're.
Is that now?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's gone fast, eh?
That's a great. Good. I love that.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much.
So thank you.
Enjoyed it.
I love it. I really like it.